So we are the Paradigm Shift, and we're essentially the computer science branch of a nonprofit organization called Team Science. And what we're going to be doing is preparing students for the modern world with a lot of the initiatives we're leading. So there is actually this really big problem, okay? And this problem is that almost every CS major, that is outside in the workforce, reports being exposed to CS prior to high school and in high school and prior to college. Yet only 5% of high schools provide any CS courses whatsoever. This graph over here really does go to show how much schools absolutely neglect computer science as a subject. And what we're trying to do is prevent the worst case scenario, which is a shortfall, a deficit of 1 million CS jobs, by helping to introduce students to computer science early. Okay, and so there are a lot of challenges with this, right? We have to balance mental maturity with the need to introduce as early as develop intuitive, high quality workshops that can be easily taught by mid-college CS majors and experienced CS professionals alike. So the workshops we've developed are MVP pilot programs, which can be offered at several schools several times a year. And what we've done so far is to develop functional prototypes that we've iteratively improved. So there's 3 types of workshops that we're currently working on and continuing to polish and develop. And these include the one-day sequences, which is a sequence of one-day workshops designed to stimulate interest and introduce students in middle school and high school to computer science. It's like their first exposure to this kind of material and subject matter. We also have a weekend-long workshop, so that's a 2-day, Saturday and Sunday, with about 10 hours of live instruction, and that's really designed to get them up and running with at least some of the fundamental concepts of CS. We integrate a lot of the concepts we find in the one-day workshops, but the weekend-long workshop is a slightly stronger dose, more concentrated dose, and it's worth it to note that both of these are going to be free. Completely free for students, and it will always remain free. The 7-day workshop involves 40 hours of live instruction. It's a boot camp in some sense, but it's not structured in a way to teach them as much as possible. What it is designed to do, however, is stimulate interest and really get students to become passionate about computer science. I know if I had the opportunity, and this is really where the idea for these workshops came from. If I had the opportunity to be exposed to computer science before I had gotten to Berkeley, we definitely would have, I would have been in a completely different situation. And I think that's the kind of situation that so many people lack. They don't have access to these resources. They don't know they exist, online. They don't know about what computer science really is and what it's really all about and why it's so powerful and why it's so important. And I think that's what we're really trying to do with these 3 types of workshops that we've developed thus far. So I'm going to go ahead and demo our one-day sequence MVP, and then our 2048 project as well.